All right, let's dive into dermatology today, but we're going way beyond just like, skincare and stuff.
Mhm.
You sent over some pretty interesting articles and research. So what's happening? What should people know?
We often think about dermatology as a cosmetic thing, but it's really a window into our overall health, especially now with telemedicine kind of changing how we access this kind of care.
Right. It's not just about like having a doctor's visit on Zoom or something. It's platforms like Follago are using AI and like high-res imaging to actually diagnose and even treat skin conditions remotely. So that's pretty wild.
It's pretty remarkable when you think about it. A dermatologist isn't just treating wrinkles or acne. They might be spotting early signs of skin cancer or noticing a rash that points to some other health issue. I mean, that kind of early detection can be life-saving.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about all those skin issues that aren't, you know, life or death? I mean, we've all had a breakout or dry skin or something. Is teledermatology really useful for like everyday concerns?
Definitely. Think about how many times you've put off seeing a dermatologist because you're busy or it's a hassle to get an appointment. Teledermatology removes those barriers. You can, have a consultation from home, get personalized advice, and even receive prescriptions online.
That is super convenient. But let's back up a bit because this research that you sent about like the link between skin health and overall health is it's kind of mind-blowing. It's not just about how we look, right?
Not at all. For example, persistent adult acne can sometimes be a sign of hormonal imbalances,
Yeah.
and chronic skin dryness might be linked to autoimmune disorders. Your skin is often the first place that internal problems show up.
So those breakouts might be more than just stress or too much pizza. Our skin is sending us secret signals.
Exactly. And a dermatologist is trained to decode those messages, which is why virtual access can be such a game changer for so many people, especially when you think about conditions like skin cancer, where early detection is so crucial.
And that brings us back to telemedicine and platforms like Follago. They're not just about convenience, they're potentially increasing access to specialists and, life-saving diagnoses no matter where you live.
That's a key point. Teledermatology can bridge the gap for people in rural areas or people who have difficulty getting to specialists. And with Follago specifically, they're using AI to analyze skin images, which can help identify potential issues that a doctor might miss. Plus, they handle, everything from virtual appointments and personalized treatment plans to, electronic prescriptions.
Okay, so dermatologists are more important than we might think, and telemedicine is making them more accessible. But I'm also curious about like what we can do ourselves to take care of our skin better. Everyone wants to know the secret to aging gracefully, right?
Of course. And while dermatology isn't about, stopping time, there are definitely things we can do to promote healthy skin throughout our lives. It starts with simple habits, like daily sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher.
All right, I'm ready to be like that sunscreen friend if it means protecting my skin. What else can we do?
Diet is huge. Think, colorful fruits and veggies, packed with antioxidants, fatty fish for those omega-3s, and nuts for healthy fats. Your skin reflects what you eat.
So that inner glow everyone talks about is actually connected to what we eat. But what about skincare products? There are so many, it's overwhelming.
It can be. Two ingredients that often come up in, anti-aging discussions are retinoids and peptides. Retinoids, which come from vitamin A, are great for reducing fine lines and wrinkles,
Yeah.
and peptides help boost collagen production for firmer skin.
Hold on, break this down a bit for me. Retinoids sound kind of intense. Are they safe for everyone?
That's a great question, and it's where a dermatologist's expertise is so valuable. Retinoids can be irritating, especially when you first start using them. They need to be introduced slowly, and a dermatologist can guide you on the right type and dosage for you. Peptides, on the other hand, are generally gentler and well tolerated.
So retinoids are like the heavy lifters and peptides are more like the supportive team.
That's a great analogy. They work in different ways, but both contribute to a more youthful appearance. But it's important to remember that no single ingredient is a miracle cure. It's about a personalized routine that addresses your specific needs, which is another reason why seeing a dermatologist, even virtually, can be so beneficial.
Right. It's about getting expert advice tailored to your specific skin. But it's easy to get caught up in the latest products and trends. Is there anything we should avoid doing even if it seems trendy?
One of the biggest mistakes people make is over-exfoliating or using harsh products,
Hmm.
especially as they get older.
Yeah.
As we age, our skin naturally gets thinner and more delicate.
Okay, so gentle is the key word. But social media is full of influencers pushing all these intense treatments and like 10-step routines.
It's important to remember that what works for one person might not work for another. Your skin is unique, and it's essential to listen to its cues. Overdoing it can damage your skin barrier, leading to dryness, sensitivity, and even premature aging.
So less is more, especially as we age.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And speaking of things that impact our skin, we can't forget about sleep and managing stress levels.
Ah, the cornerstones of well-being. I knew they'd come up.
They're essential for overall health, and that includes skin health.
Mm.
Chronic stress and lack of sleep can trigger inflammation and oxidative stress, which speeds up the aging process.
So I'm sensing a theme here. Healthy skin equals a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. It's all connected.
Yeah.
Just like we prioritize exercise and a balanced diet for our bodies, we need to do the same for our skin.
It's about making those choices that support our well-being inside and out.
Exactly. Now, speaking of aging, a common question is, when should we start thinking about anti-aging skincare?
Is there an ideal age to start worrying about wrinkles? Asking for a friend.
Well, the good news is, it's never too early to start taking care of your skin. But the approach should evolve as you age. In your teens and 20s, focus on the basics. Daily sunscreen, gentle cleansing, and hydration. It's about prevention and protecting that skin barrier.
So no need to steal my mom's anti-wrinkle cream in high school. Got it. But when do those big guns like retinoids and peptides come into play?
You can certainly start incorporating those in your mid-20s or early 30s, but it's important to, start slowly and listen to your skin. And remember, everyone's skin is different, so consulting a dermatologist for a personalized plan is key, no matter your age.
That's a great takeaway. Personalized care is essential.
Yeah.
We've covered so much already, from understanding what dermatologists do to like the telemedicine revolution and even diving into the secrets of aging gracefully. It's clear that there's way more to dermatology than meets the eye.
It really is a fascinating field, and with technology always evolving, the possibilities for improving skin health are endless.
It's exciting to think about what the future holds and how we can all benefit.
Absolutely. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's dive deeper into some specific issues the dermatologists address.
That sounds like a great plan. Let's explore the world of skin conditions and how we can manage them effectively.
Let's do it.
Welcome back. We're still in the middle of our dermatology deep dive, and I want to talk about some specific skin concerns that maybe you're dealing with. We've all been there. A sudden breakout, a weird rash, or that one mole that just looks off. It can be really worrying.
It definitely can. And that's why it's so important to have, access to a dermatologist who can help diagnose and treat those things.
Mm.
We talked about how telemedicine is making that easier, but even knowing when to get help is key.
That's so true. I know the ABCDE rule for checking moles is something dermatologists always talk about. But could you refresh our memory on what to look for?
Sure. It's a really easy way to remember the warning signs of potential skin cancer.
Mm.
A is for asymmetry. One half of the mole doesn't match the other.
Yep.
B is for border. The edges are irregular, kind of blurred or notched. C is for color. The mole has different colors, like shades of brown, black, red, even blue. D is for diameter. If it's bigger than 6 milliliters, about the size of a pencil eraser, get it checked. And finally, E is for evolving. Any changes in size, shape, color, or if it's raised up are all red flags.
Okay, that's a good reminder. So if we notice any of those things, it's time to schedule a virtual or in-person visit.
Exactly. Early detection is so important, especially when it comes to skin cancer. But let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that affects a lot of people, often starting in their teens, but sometimes lasting into adulthood. Acne.
Ugh, acne, the nightmare of so many teenagers, including me back in the day. What causes it, and why does it seem to stick to some people and others have perfectly clear skin?
It's actually pretty complicated, influenced by a bunch of things. Genetics, hormones, bacteria, even lifestyle. Hormonal changes during puberty, for example, often trigger, a lot of oil production, which can clog pores and lead to breakouts.
So it's not just about washing your face properly.
A good skincare routine is important, but it's only one part of the puzzle. You got to address those underlying causes, and that's where a dermatologist can really help.
Okay, so what about all those over-the-counter acne products? How do we even know what works?
Two ingredients that are often effective are salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide. Salicylic acid is it's a BHA, beta hydroxy acid, that helps exfoliate the skin and unclog pores, so it's good for blackheads and whiteheads. Benzoyl peroxide kills the bacteria that contribute to acne and reduces inflammation.
So salicylic acid is like a deep clean, and benzoyl peroxide targets the bacteria.
Got it. But what about those really painful deep pimples? You're probably talking about cystic acne, which is it's a more serious kind that often needs prescription medication. In those cases, it's super important to see a dermatologist, virtually or in person. They can, figure out the best treatment.
So it sounds like there are effective treatments out there, but is there anything we can do, like lifestyle wise, to prevent or manage acne?
There's more and more evidence that diet plays a role. High glycemic foods like sugary drinks and processed carbs can spike your blood sugar, which leads to inflammation that can worsen acne.
So cutting back on sugar and refined carbs could be good for our skin as well as our overall health.
It's definitely worth trying. Some studies also suggest that dairy can be a trigger for some people. It's all about paying attention to how your body and your skin react to different foods.
That's a good reminder that everything's connected. And speaking of connections, this research you sent about the gut skin axis is fascinating. Is it really true that what's happening in our gut can like affect our skin?
It's an area of ongoing research, but there are definitely some interesting links. The gut microbiome, which is, all the microorganisms in our digestive system, it seems to communicate with our skin in ways we're just starting to understand.
So if our gut bacteria are out of balance, it could actually show up on our skin.
Exactly. Imbalances in the gut microbiome have been linked to skin conditions like acne, eczema, and even rosacea.
Wow, that's incredible. What can we do to help our gut health and maybe improve our skin along the way?
Eating a balanced diet with a lot of fiber, including, prebiotic foods like onions, garlic, bananas, that can nourish those good gut bacteria. Probiotic supplements might be helpful too.
So it's all about feeding the good guys in our gut, which then helps our skin. It's like an internal ecosystem that needs balance.
That's a great way to put it. And speaking of balance, I think it's important to talk about the emotional side of skin conditions. We've touched on it, but it deserves more attention.
I agree. It's one thing to deal with the physical symptoms, but the mental and emotional toll can be rough, especially when, we're always seeing images of perfect skin everywhere.
Absolutely. Visible skin conditions like acne, eczema, or psoriasis can really impact self-esteem, body image, and even social interactions. It's important to acknowledge those feelings and get support if you need it.
So what advice would you give to someone who's struggling with that emotional side of a skin condition?
First of all, remember that you're not alone. So many people are dealing with similar things. And there are resources out there. Talking to a therapist or counselor can give you really valuable support and coping strategies.
It's so important to have that safe space to process those feelings and figure out healthy ways to manage them. What else can help?
Challenging negative self-talk is key. It's easy to get stuck in a cycle of criticism, but try to replace those thoughts with positive ones. Focus on, the things you like about yourself, both physical and beyond.
It's about shifting that focus from perceived flaws to things that make us feel good.
Exactly. And remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Comparing ourselves to others, especially on social media, can be so damaging to our self-esteem.
Social media can be a double-edged sword, right? It,
I
it
know.
can connect us with people, but it can also, push those unrealistic beauty standards.
That's why it's so important to curate your online experience. Unfollow accounts that make you feel bad and
Yeah.
surround yourself with content that inspires you. Choose to follow people and brands that promote, real beauty and body positivity.
That's great advice. So it's about creating a digital space that supports your well-being both mentally and emotionally. And I know you mentioned connecting with people in real life too.
Absolutely. Sharing your experiences with friends, family, or support groups can give you a sense of community and validation. It's a reminder that you're not alone in this.
It's so powerful to connect with others who really get it, and sometimes just knowing you're not alone can make all the difference.
It really can. We've covered so much in this deep dive, from the science of skin to the emotional impact of skin conditions. But we've only just scratched the surface of this huge and constantly evolving field.
I feel like we've traveled through layers of skin, uncovering like secrets and insights along the way.
It's been quite a journey as
Yeah.
we head into the final part of our exploration. I want to shift gears a little bit and talk about something we all have in common: aging.
Now, this is a topic I'm personally interested in, and I'm sure our listeners are too. How can we approach aging gracefully from a dermatological perspective?
That's a great question, and we'll get into it right after this.
And we're back. We're back for the last part of our dermatology deep dive. We've talked about, I mean, everything from telemedicine and acne to like the gut skin axis. It's been so interesting. But now I'm ready to tackle something we all face, aging.
It's a universal experience, and from a dermatological perspective, it's about so much more than wrinkles. It's about maintaining that skin health and vitality as we age.
So it's not about trying to look like 20 forever. It's about like embracing the aging process while still taking care of our skin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are definitely things we can do to support that process. We've already talked about like daily sunscreen, healthy diet, but let's go a little deeper into skincare, specifically for more mature skin.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. What changes should we be making to our routines as we get older?
One of the biggest things to keep in mind is that our skin naturally gets thinner and more delicate with age, so we need to kind of adjust our products and our habits accordingly.
So gentler is better.
Exactly. Harsh scrubs and those strong chemical exfoliants that might have been fine when we were younger can be too much for mature skin. It's all about finding that sweet spot between effective ingredients and gentle care.
So what ingredients should we be looking for? Like what's in our anti-aging arsenal?
Well, we talked about retinoids and peptides, which can be super helpful for mature skin. Retinoids help increase cell turnover, reducing those fine lines and wrinkles, and peptides, they boost collagen production for firmer skin. But there are other great ones to consider as well.
Okay, tell me more. What other ingredients should we be, keeping an eye out for?
Hyaluronic acid is amazing. It's a humectant, so it attracts and holds moisture, which is especially important for older skin because it tends to be drier, less oil production and all that.
So hyaluronic acid is like a moisture magnet for our skin. Got it. What else?
Antioxidants are crucial for protecting skin from environmental damage, which can really speed up aging. Look for serums or creams with vitamin C, vitamin E, or green tea extract.
So we're giving our skin like an antioxidant shield to fight off those free radicals. That makes sense. Are there any other like lifestyle things we should be thinking about as we age?
Of course. Getting enough sleep is so important for skin repair. Try to aim for 7 to 8 hours of good quality sleep each night. And as we talked about before, managing stress is key. Chronic stress can lead to inflammation and premature aging.
I'm hearing a theme here. Taking care of our skin is really about taking care of our overall health.
It really is. It's all connected. Our skin reflects what's going on inside. So nourishing ourselves with a good diet, regular exercise, stress management, good sleep. It's all essential for maintaining that healthy glow.
That's a holistic approach I can definitely get behind. It's not about chasing, these unrealistic beauty standards. It's about feeling good in our own skin at every age.
I couldn't agree more. And remember, everyone's aging journey is unique. It's not about comparing ourselves to others. It's about, embracing our own individual beauty.
That's such an important message to remember. We're all in this together, and there's beauty to be found in every stage of life.
Absolutely. And with all the advancements in dermatology and telemedicine, we have more tools than ever to support our skin health, throughout our lives.
It's pretty amazing to think about the future of dermatology and how technology is going to keep, helping us take control of our skin health.
It's a really exciting time to be in this field.
Well, we've covered a ton of ground in this deep dive into the world of dermatology, from the latest in telemedicine to the secrets of aging gracefully. It's clear that there's so much more to this field than we might realize.
It's been great sharing these insights with you and with our listeners.
And as we wrap up, I'm left with this feeling of like empowerment and optimism about the future of skin health.
Me too. Knowledge is power, and I hope this deep dive has, given you the information you need to make good decisions about your own skincare journey.
Well said. To our listeners, thank you so much for joining us on this amazing exploration of dermatology. Remember, your skin is unique and deserves to be treated with care and attention.
And never hesitate to reach out to a qualified dermatologist, whether virtually or in person. They can help you navigate all the ins and outs of skin health and create a plan that's just for you.
On that note, we say goodbye. May you continue to embrace the journey of healthy and radiant living.
Until next time, take care.